Good afternoon and welcome to Tales from the Lounge. I'm Kerry Anne and this is DiscovrTV. We're hanging out with Wandile Mbambeni today. Wands, how's it going?
Hey Kerry Anne, how are you? You good?
So good. It's always way too long.
Yeah,
Great
good
to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
again.
you so much.
I'm excited to be back.
It's been great having you. It always is. I love your music. I love the vibe and the energy you and your band always bring to every performance.
Thank you.
And I love the storytelling in your music videos.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your journey from the start of making a song to the end in terms of production and creating those videos.
For me, it's pretty simple. You know, I try to match all the energies. If the song is light, you know, you're trying to make the video light as well. But the songwriting process is often from the start, the inspiration, what is inspiring me at the moment, and it's often what the world is on, what's on the news and what's affecting a lot of other people, what's politically, philosophically. It's often what I'll write about because I feel like I'm connected in some way to everybody's kind of personal problems or achievements or successes as well. If, for example, like when I speak on nostalgia in Kwakumnandi, I speak on that everybody goes through nostalgic. Everybody remembers a time that was good. And most of the time we remember it when the time is not so good now. You know, when we're having like a bad day, we remember, oh man, it was just good back then. But it's not so much of like, I don't like this time here now. It's just that I appreciate this time here now. That's why I can look back. I can look back because I'm enjoying my time here, you know? So I want to create more of what I look back and enjoy. You know? So
it's always good to reflect, and music
yeah.
often does that. It takes you back and it reminds you of a time, of a song, of a memory, whatever inspired that that story and that time in your life.
That's the formula for me.
Yeah,
that is the formula all the
So
time.
talking about Kwakumnandi, what a special song, what a great song for me. One of the songs that drew me to you in the beginning, and I know it's a special song for you. And talking a little about nostalgia, tell us a bit more about that song.
That song, you know, I wanted to change a lot of things. Not many people will think it's big differences, but for me, it's huge differences. It's like if you look before what I wrote before that, you got songs like "Lovers Like You," you got songs like "I Know." It's a little more dark, but also pretty at the same time. Whereas I wanted to be like an ad. I wanted to be like an ad, cheerful, all the cheese straight up there, and write about those things and write about things that actually are positive from the get-go. So that's what I wanted to be different about when approaching Kwakumnandi and the album per se. It was for me to just bring a positive approach and not look down on positivity as cheese or something that it's not cool to do, it's not cool to be happy. But like I was trying to put on an introspection on what makes it positive for me, what is good that I want to speak out in song, because it's often the negative little past experiences that draw up the best songs. But I wanted to change that quota for me. So that's why Kwakumnandi was to change a lot of those things for me, to write about what is actually good, what is actually great for me, you know. So
well, there's often beauty that comes from darkness, and there's a saying that without the cracks you can't see the light. So that's a good message and a good thing to take from any song. So I love it. I'm a huge fan of yours and of the song. And the other original you did, tell us about that song.
Yeah, that one is Peace of Mind. It's a new song that I've put out after the album. So the only song I've released after the album. And I think Peace of Mind just speaks on the state of Wandile, the state of Wandile's mind, the state of Wandile, how he's living his life. Last year, I would say 2019 was the year for me where I grew philosophically in so many ways, where I wanted to grow in that department. I wanted to grow a lot about where my spirit is, where my energy is, you know, what I'm putting across when I make my art. So I wrote a song called Peace of Mind, and it speaks on peace of mind being only found within oneself. And I thought for long in my journey, I was looking for peace in many different other places, and in the best song, in the next song, I was looking for peace. But last year I really found that peace is something that is just found within me. When I wake up, it's here. It's with Wandile. It's with me all the time. So that's the state I'm in, and that's the current philosophical state. That's where Wandile is musically, creatively, and I think for a very long time it's something I will hold on, if not take until to the grave, if not give on to my kids one day. But it's a message I really want to hold on to, is that peace of mind is something you can't achieve. It's something you can't buy with money. It's something you can't be talented for. It's something you can't produce for, but it's something that's just there within you. You just need to grab. So that's what I want to preach for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Another great message.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you can leave a lot of money behind, but leaving music behind is something completely different. It's
Peace,
something to leave for the people you leave behind, to always remember you by. And as hard as it is to be an artist and a musician, because I do believe it is a very hard a profession rather to get into. It's hard to share because you're putting yourself out there to be judged all the time.
At all times,
and often it isn't feasible financially to become an artist. But the artists that really do push through, I take my hat off to. But the one thing you can leave behind is your music for everyone to remember you by. So the message and your music and your story will always remain. So incredible stuff. Thank you so much.
No, it's a pleasure.
And one last thing, and this is a tricky one because I'm putting you on the spot here. I really hope I don't get asked the same question.
No, not at all.
Favorite international artist, favorite local artist right now?
My favorite local right now would be Amifaku. She's a good friend of mine. I like her. She's amazing. She's put out some really good music. I think she's really put a definition on what modern Afro pop music is, and I feel like that's for local. And then international, I covered XXXTentacion, and for now it's him. You know, there's lots of other artists, but for me, it's like I say, his messages really evoke a lot of other things to me. You know, like, I like people who are comfortable to speak about sadness, but it's also cool at the same time. You're like, you're cool speaking about sadness. You know, it's all that I want to be at the same time. I want to be cool. I want to be a cool kid. I want, men do cry, you know, men cry all the time. Men show emotion all the time. So I want to speak all these emotions. Men are soft, men are pink, men are, you know, all of that. And that's the reason, you know. So that's my XXXTentacion and Amifaku. Yeah.
Awesome. We'll check them out.
Yes,
Peace of mind, Kwakamundi. And the XXXTentations here with Wandile, live from Tales from the Lounge at the beautiful Smoking Kills in Melville. I'm Kerry Anne, and this is DiscovrTV. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us again soon.
Thank you.